and endorsed and all of that, we discovered that in the portion where they have school attended with dates and all of that, where you put it there, and in brackets, there is a saying that all evidences of whatever claims you have made must be attached to this. So he said he wrote Waec 1981. And we discovered that he did not attach this certificate, the Waec certificate, into that form. So that sparked up some sort of curiosity. And we decided to look why. So what we then did was to order requests for the CTC of his 2019.
Is this not the end of Bola Ahmed Tinubu's prodigy, Babajide Sanwolu, governor-elect Lagos State? Is this not the end of this man? According to the People's Democratic Party, candidate of the party, Abdulaziz Adediran, popularly known as Jandor, he has submitted a petition before the Lagos Governorship Election Petitions Tribunal asking it to disqualify Governor Babajide Sanwolu and nullify his governorship victory over alleged fake GCE results. It seems, like Bola Ahmed Tinubu, like Jide Sanwolu, they have issues with their education. And same thing goes for PDP governorship candidate, governor of Osun State, Ademola Adeleke. I don't know. Many of them do not have O levels, or there is something wrong with it. Why? The alleged fake exam result was submitted to INEC during his first-time governorship bid. According to them, Mr. Adediran and PDP alleged that Mr. Jide Sanwolu failed to attach a copy of the GCO level result he claimed to have obtained in 1981 along with its form EC9 as required by the Electoral Act 2022, stressing this development sparked a curiosity with Adediran and PDP applying for the CTC of Governor Sanwolu 2019 from CF001. The petition explained, it was then discovered that a statement of result issued by Ijebu Ife Community Grammar School, Ijebu Ife, for May-June 1981 GCE O-level examination with examination number 17624-118, which is submitted for his first-time election as governor of the state, was not confirmed by Waec. When Jandor and PDP approached Waec for confirmation, they were directed to purchase a scratch card for verification of the Waec result, scratch card which then confirmed the result did not emanated from Waec. It came back to be a fake result. The party and Mr. Adediran want the disqualification of the All Progressive Congress and Labour Party candidates in the election for non-compliance with the Electoral Act 2022. So PDP is not going just after APC. They're also going after Labour Party. And you know who that is? Gbadebo, Chinedu, Rosevival. So both of them, they are being asked to be kicked out. In the petition marked EPT Lag Gov 01-2023 dated April 7, the petitioners challenged the outcome of the March 18 governorship election on the grounds of substantial non-compliance with the electoral law and independent National Electoral Commission guidelines. While INEC is the first respondent, Mr. Sanwolu, Deputy Governor Bafemi Hamzat, APC Labour candidate Gbadebo Chinedu Rosevival, and the Labour Party, respectively, are the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth respondents. Besides non-compliance with relevant provisions of the Electoral Act 2022, Mr. Adediran and PDP in their petition claim that at the time of the governorship election held on March 18, Babajide Sanwolu, Hamzat, and Rosevival were not qualified to contest. The petitioners therefore prayed that all votes cast for them in the election be declared wasted. I repeat, all votes casted for Labour Party and APC declared wasted, useless. This is very heavy. The second and third respondent, although not duly sponsored and not qualified, contested along with the first petitioner and others for the office of the governor of Lagos State, the subject matter of this petition. Similarly, the fifth and sixth respondents, although not duly sponsored and not qualified, contested along with the first petitioner and others the office of Governor of Lagos State. The subject matter of this petition said PDP and its gubernatorial flag bearer. The petitioners had that the first respondent, upon the conclusion of the election, declared the second respondent, who was not properly sponsored by the fourth, as winner of the election at the office of the Governor of Lagos State. The fifth respondent, who was similarly not properly sponsored by the sixth respondent, was declared by the first respondent as having scored the second highest number of votes at the election to the office of the Lagos State. The petition also mentioned that the petition bordered on 4 grounds of non-compliance, warranting disqualification of Sanwolu and Hamzat. Well, you have heard all their big grammar, and we have broken it down, and you know what it is all about. That Jide Sanwolu presented a fake GCE result. How is it that these things are done? I don't really know. Is it that Jide Sanwolu did not go to school, and because if you do not have O-level, how then are you able to cross over? How was he able to cross over? How was he able to, get himself into whatever it is that he got himself to in life? He probably has a profession or something. How? I don't know. Is that when they go abroad, when they go to America, because Jide Sanwolu also lived there? Is it that when they go abroad, when they go to America, like the governor of Osun State, is it that they do not, they don't go to school anymore, or they present fake results and continue with their lives education there? And now that they want to occupy political office, the same is being asked of them. Present your O-level and they don't have it. What's going on? What is going on here? Well, Jide Sanwolu, you are being called upon to present your O-level. If you have it, there's no big issue. Just present it. Present your O-level, or you don't have O-level.
The constitutional provisions, we spoke about how to be properly nominated. So for APC and their candidates, these are the grounds that we are challenging their nomination. The Electoral Act stipulates that for a primary election, Congress's convention to be held by any political party, there must be a 21-day notice from the national headquarters of that party to the INEC chairman in Abuja. That notice must include the dates of the meeting or convention or primaries or whatever, and venue to say this is what we are going to be having. Okay, and that notice must be signed by the national chairman of the party and the national secretary. So first, in this that was released by APC to INEC, they didn't comply to that at first. Also, the state chapter of a political party under law has no business whatsoever in notifying INEC of their primaries or convention or what have you. But the Lagos State chapter did a letter signed by the chairman of Lagos State chapter of APC and his secretary to REC of Lagos, notifying them of the venue for the primaries, date for the primaries, and time, including members of the electioneering committee for that primary, signed by the state chairman. There is already a prima facie on this matter to say that any primary conducted by a state chapter of a party is null and void. So this is one ground. This is another ground. The third ground is that the candidate of APC, which is Mr. Babajide Sanwolu, was not properly nominated based on those primaries and all of those is flawed. Again, when we requested for his Form EC9 that is submitted to INEC as candidate of the party, because after the primary, you are given a Form EC9 where you put all your particulars, and there is a declaration page, which is the last page, where you under oath and endorsed and all of that. We discovered that in the portion where they have school attended with dates and all of that, where you put it there, and in brackets, there is a saying that all evidences of whatever claims you have made must be attached to this. So he said he wrote Waec 1981. And we discovered that he did not attach this certificate, the Waec certificate, into that form. So that sparked up some sort of curiosity. And we decided to look why. So what we then did was to order requests for the CTC of his 2019 examination, 2019 from CF001. That's what it's called then. In that form, we then discovered that he made the same claim of writing Waec 1981, but then attached a statement of results from Ijebu-Ife Community Grammar School that, okay, in the Waec that he sat for, and this is what you have. And that statement of results, we have a Waec number, the examination number and the seat number all together. So what we did was to approach Waec to say, okay, we have this statement of results purported to have emanated with the examination number purported to have emanated from you, and we need to verify whether or not this candidate actually sat for Waec. And Waec did say to us that, look, we have simplified the issue of result verification, okay, because we can't continue to have embassies or the institution coming to write us for some reason. So what we now have is a scratch card. Anybody can buy the scratch card. Embassies now use the scratch card. Institutions now use the scratch card to impute the numbers that you have there. When you have the scratch card, you'll be able to open a portal, put the scratch card, put the examination number as claimed by the candidate, the year and everything, and it will pop up and give you the results. Of course, we know about the scratch card. So we got the scratch card and put everything in there, and we discovered that the result was null and void. It came back as not, there's no result.
He didn't see
for that candidate.
Or at least in that school.
In that, according to INEC reports. Okay. So we tried, of course, I put the same card with my own, it pop up immediately, others and others. So that's why the result, because the petition is now a public document. The result is there. The Waec number is there. Anybody can buy a scratch card and begin to check whether or not this is it, and that's what we've got. So that already has said something about him lying on oath that he sat for that exam that he didn't sit for. The fourth ground for APC is that the Form EC9 that is given to you, where you have your particulars and everything, which was given to the Deputy Governor, Obafemi Hamzat, in this election. Waec 81, it did also attach his Waec certificates, but I mean, but when we called for his own 2019, we saw a Waec certificate, but the number, there was a stamp on the number, so we couldn't verify, so we left that one. But his own form, after filling it, the declaration page of that form, which is the oath page, which is the only page that gives life to that form, as submitted to INEC, was omitted, which means that, I mean, without that page, I'm sure Dr. Abati, who is a lawyer, knows that the entire paper is worthless, because that is the only page that gives life to all the claims you have made in that place. So also submitted without the declaration oath page. And for us, because we know that they submitted late, that oath page would have exposed that they didn't submit within the time frame as given by the Electoral Act, which is 180 days before election. So on that ground, the fourth ground shows that we were not properly ad initio, not even qualified to be part of the process of March 18 that we went for.
Jandor, PDP governorship candidate for Lagos State, went further to point out reasons why Labour Party governorship candidate Gbadebo Chinedu's rival is not qualified to contest in this past election that, according to INEC, he lost. PDP lost. Why is PDP going to the court? Why is Labour Party going to the court? Well, there is so much that surrounds all of this, but we want to see where the argument of PDP Jandor is actually going. Why is it dragging? Why is PDP dragging as a party? Why is Jandor as a contestant? Why is it dragging Gbadebo? Well, I'll tell you a little bit of their history. They've had some, kind of issues between both of them, which of course is political. That was when Gbadebo used to be a member of PDP. But we don't want to dwell on that. We want him to tell us reasons behind this, the reasons surrounding why he's saying that Gbadebo Roosevelt is not qualified. Let us hear what he has to say.
On the other side, which is the fifth respondent now, which is Labour Party candidate.
Yes.
Sixth respondent Labour Party. First is to look at the claim when they were having their internal crisis within the Labour Party, a document which you also have access to, and also part of the petition, is that architect Gbadebo Roosevelt claimed under oath that he joined Labour Party on the 18th of June, under oath. You know, it's a court document, which we have. However, on the 19th of June, the same architect, Gbadebo Roosevelt, wrote a letter signed by him on his letterhead to be the deputy governorship candidate of PDP on the 19th of June. On the 22nd of June, the same Gbadebo Roosevelt went to Wadata House, which is PDP National Secretariat, to be part of screening exercise for deputy governorship candidate. This is reported on the dailies. If anybody Google PDP deputy governorship screening, it will pop up stories that will tell who and who participated on that one. That is on the 22nd of June. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
For somebody who said he has joined another party on the 18th of June. And there is a law, as Section 65 of the Constitution says, for you to be sponsored by a candidate, you must be a member of that political party for you to run. So, and you can't be a member of two political parties at the same time. So that is there because he deposed an affidavit under oath. Again, in Labour Party had the first primary before that time, which was part of our petition. The first primary they had was also the one that produced Ifagbemi Awamaride in the consensus. The letter to INEC, which was sent to Lagos Rec, was caused from the Lagos State chapter of Labour Party, signed by Ifagbemi Awamaride himself, which contradicts the position of the Electoral Act that the state cannot organize. That one is there. Then the substitution primaries that also produced Gbadebo Roosevelt was also a letter signed by Salako, the then caretaker chairman, to REC, although there was a letter, from the National Secretariat of Labour Party to INEC in Abuja. But that letter says the substitution primary will be held between 5th and 6th. So it never held. The subsequent letter that now went to INEC to notify them was from Lagos, which says it's going to hold on the 8th. Okay. Another letter changed to say it's going to hold on the 10th. Hold on, Ayo. And the last one is that the same primary, the substitution primary that they did and produced Gbadebo Roosevelt had.
Well, I believe this is a wake-up call to a lot of people who, at times, careless about certain things, and in life, this haunts them. We've never heard about this whole level issue, but now it is coming out to light. It seems most of our politicians, one way or the other, have something hidden. Is it that they are criminals, beyond whatever it is, some criminal activities in their past, and now the new trend is O level. How did they end up not having O level? Even if you don't have it correctly, I mean the credits, the distinctions, at least present your fail. Let people see the fail. Let them see that at least you attempted it, you didn't get it. Even though the standard practice, the policy, the law is that you must have 5 credits for whatever you want to apply for. So how is it that Jide Sanwolu presented a fake O level? How did he end up educating himself more? Is it with the same forged certificate? And now, the PDP governorship candidates and the rest of the party have decided to bring out all of the secrets. Let us just still use the word allegedly, because we are not too sure if all of these things are true or not. We'll find out. We'll find out about it. Definitely, Jide Sanwolu will respond, probably using the courts, or probably put it out there publicly for anyone to find out, to see. This is my O level. I am not a liar. I attended school. Even if I did not attend whatever school anyone wants me to attend, I wrote the GCE, I passed, I wrote it here.